Do the frogs know they're naked? A reflection on not knowing, time, and the immediacy of true nature by the Backyard Buddhist. Not knowing is most intimate. Bodhidharma. Part 1. The question that slips past the mind. Do frogs know they're naked? It sounds like a joke at first, something you'd toss into a beginner's class just to loosen the room, but if you stay with it, really stay, you'll notice it doesn't resolve. It doesn't land anywhere solid. It opens. Because what we're really asking is this: what is it like to be something before the mind divides experience into me and world? A frog doesn't stand apart from its skin. It doesn't reflect, yes, I am unclothed. There's no symbolic overlay, no abstraction, no narrative self stepping outside of immediacy to comment on it. It just is. And that's already closer to Zen than most of our thinking. Part 2. The birds over Seoul. The birds flying over Seoul, do they call it Seoul? Do they map it, label it, divide it into districts? Of course not. They're not in Seoul in the way we think we are. There's no conceptual overlay mediating their experience, no linguistic grid laid across the sky, no psychological time tracking where they've been or where they're going in narrative terms. There's just flight, just wind, just movement without commentary, and yet nothing is missing. Part 3. Time as a story. We tell modern physics has begun to whisper something strange, something that echoes, faintly but unmistakably, the Buddha's realization. In certain quantum entanglement experiments, correlations between particles don't behave as though they're mediated by time in the way we expect. Events appear linked in ways that suggest time is not the fundamental ordering principle we take it to be, but perhaps an emergent feature of observation, of relational experience. Not out there, but arising with the act of measurement. Now, we should be careful here. Zen isn't physics, and physics isn't Zen, but sometimes they rhyme, because what the Buddha describes on the night of his awakening, what Gautama Buddha saw under the Bodhi tree, is not a linear unfolding of events through time. He didn't remember past lives the way we recall childhood. He saw all at once the arising and dissolution of beings across countless realms, the causal interdependence of all phenomena, the complete exhaustion of ignorance. This isn't memory in time. It's direct seeing outside of time. Or perhaps more precisely, seeing that what we call time is just another conditioned appearance, another layer of interpretation. Part 4. Not knowing as intimacy. When Hyon Gak Sunim speaks about Bodhidharma's teaching of not knowing, he's not pointing to ignorance. He's pointing to something prior to knowledge and ignorance alike. A kind of radical immediacy. Not knowing doesn't mean I don't understand. It means there is no separation between the one who would understand and what is to be understood. This is why Bodhidharma could say that not knowing is most intimate, because the moment you step back to know something, you've already created distance. You've introduced time. You've split the world into subject and object. But before that split, before the naming, before the measurement, there is just this. Part 5. The frog again. So we come back to the frog. Does it know it's naked? No, but not because it's missing something, because it hasn't added anything. There's no conceptual garment laid over direct experience, no story about itself, no observer standing apart from the observed, just frog, just wet leaf, just the immediate intimacy of being. Part 6. The Buddha's vision and our own health. When the Buddha awakened, he didn't become something other than what he already was. He simply ceased overlaying reality with ignorance. He saw dependent origination clearly. This arising, that arises, this ceasing, that ceases. And in that seeing, the illusion of a separate, enduring self dissolved. Along with it, the illusion of time as something flowing independently out there. What remains, not timelessness as an abstract concept, but this moment unmediated, not now as opposed to past or future, but suchness, tathata, the way things are before we divide them. Part 7. So what about us? We're not frogs. We think, we remember, we anticipate, we build entire worlds out of symbols and stories. And that's not a mistake. It's part of our conditioning. But Zen practice doesn't try to destroy thinking. It simply asks, can you see through it? Can you notice the moment before the label arises? Can you rest in not knowing, even briefly? Can you experience the world without immediately turning it into something about you? Part 8, a small experiment. Right now, wherever you are, pause. Before naming what you see, before saying room, chair, screen, just notice color, shape, sound, breath, not as objects, not as things you're observing, but as the total field of experience, without center, without commentary, just this. Part 9, final turn. The frog doesn't know it's naked. The bird doesn't know it's in soul. The proton doesn't know it's in time. And you, what are you before you say your own name? Prologue, a Backyard Buddhist reflection. I've come to see that most of my suffering comes from overdressing reality, layering it with stories, identities, timelines, and expectations. The Dharma doesn't strip anything away so much as it reveals that nothing was ever covering anything to begin with. We're already naked. The question isn't whether we can become something else, it's whether we can stop pretending we're not already this.